Welcome back to part two of homework number 17 review on inscribed angles. So we're at number 6. Here we have a circle M is congruent to ABC. Circle M, triangle ABC has been inscribed. It is known that line segment AB has the same measure as line segment AC, and DC is perpendicular to AB, and the measure of angle DCB is 23 degrees. We want to find the measure of angle BDC, okay? So angle BDC, we're trying to find this angle here. Well, we definitely know that the measure of angle BDC is equal to 1/2 the measure of the intercepted arc, which in this case is arc BC. Okay, well, that's not so bad. Now, we also know here that the measure of angle A, in this case, ABC, can be found by taking 180 minus 90 minus 23. You might be saying, why is that the case? Well, we have a triangle here. And we know one angle is 23 degrees, one angle is 90 degrees. That must mean, well, 180 minus 90 is equal to 90, and 90 minus 23 has to be 67 degrees. So this is 67 degrees. Okay. Okay, so now the other thing to know is that the measure of angle ABC is equal to the measure of angle ACB. Because in a triangle, if two sides are the same measure, the angles opposite them must be the same measure. Here we have, in this case, these two sides, AB, the measure AB and the measure AC is congruent. Well, this is an isosceles triangle. So here we'll say the measure of angle BAC is equal to 180 minus 67 minus 67. Because angle ABC is 67 degrees, angle ACB is equal to 67 degrees. Okay, well, 67 plus 67 is going to be 134, and 180 minus 134 is equal to 46 degrees. So that's 46 degrees. Okay. So we can now find the measure of, we know in this case, find measure arc BC because the measure of angle BAC, because angle BAC is an inscribed angle, and therefore is also equal to the measure of arc BC. Well, that's strange, because that's the same exact measure. But I already know what the measure of angle BAC is. So I can make this statement here, if they're both equal to the same measure, then the measure of angle BDC equals the measure of angle BAC, and the reason would be substitution. A quantitative substitute for is equal in any expression. And so we know that the measure of angle BDC will be equal to 46 degrees. Okay? And in our notes, we should have the following. In a circle, if two inscribed angles intersect the same arc, then they are congruent. So in a circle, there's two inscribed angles that are exactly the same, it's exactly the same arc, then they have to be congruent to each other because they're both 1/2 the measure of the same arc, therefore must be the same measure. Okay, now part B. Now I want to find the measure of arc DAC. Well, now here's the thing. We know that measure of arc BC, in this case, I'll put this into green here, is equal to the measure of arc BC equals 2 times the measure of angle BAC. So 2 times 46 must equal to 92 degrees. So this is 92 degrees. Okay. And then we know that since line segment AB and line segment AC are the same measure, then we also know that arc AB and arc AC are also equal to each other as well. So to find the measure of DAC, well, first off, we're going to find the measure of arc AC. So we'll call this X and call this X. All right, so X plus X is equal to plus 92 equals 360, or 2X plus 92 equals 360. 2X is equal to 268, which means divide both sides by 2. X is equal to 134 degrees. All right, so what does that mean? Okay, well, we know in this case, I'm going to erase some of the stuff here. I need a little space here for the second problem. Hope you copied it down from before. Okay, and so what happens is the measure of arc AC is equal to 134 degrees. Now we don't look. Now we need, in this case, we need to find the measure arc AD, because the measure arc AD plus the measure AC is our measure arc DAC. Okay, there's one other thing here. This arc here, arc BD. That's going to be the measure arc BD is 2 times the measure of angle DBC. Sorry, DCB. Sorry, it's a little messy here. Let me see if I can clean this up a little bit so it can be a little more legible. Two times the measure of angle DCB, which is really 2 times 23, which is 46 degrees. So that's 46. Oh, wow, look at that. 46 degrees here too. All right, so that means for our last piece, we need the measure of arc AD is equal to the measure of arc AB minus the measure arc BD. And so you're going to get, in this case, since AB is going to be equal to 134, okay, and BD is 46, so we're going to have 134 minus 46. That should give us a total of, let's see now, that's going to be 14 minus 6. That's going to be 8 here, and then we kind of drop the 1 over, so 12, so it's 88 degrees. So the measure of arc DAC is equal to, not 88 degrees though, no, that's not it. Arc AD is 88 degrees. So measure of DAC is equal to the measure of arc AD plus the measure arc AC. Whew, this is a lot of work here. And so we're going to get, in this case, 88 plus 134 is equal to, that's going to be, let's see now, 88 plus 134, 222? 222. Okay? And that's going to be how we find it. Now, it was a mixture of finding a lot of different things. We had to find the measure arc AC. We had to find the measure arc AD, which we had, we had to, manipulate some of these arcs as well too. Find the measure arc BD. So these questions are pretty tricky. They require a lot of work. Now for the last one. Oh, here we go. Question. Oops. Here we go. Oh. So for question 7, in circle E, chords A, B, and C, D are parallel. So we have parallel chords. What does the information tell you about angle 1 and angle 2? Well, we know if those two segments are parallel and BC is transversal, that angle 1 the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 2. Now, why is this? Because, well, angle 1 is congruent angle 2. Now, why are they congruent? Because alternate angles of parallel lines are congruent. Let's write this down here. Alternate interior angles of parallel lines are congruent. Let me move this a little bit over so it's a little easier to see. Okay, maybe, yeah. Okay, well, how about this? How about I just squish this over? There you go. And then if two angles have the same measure, then it must be congruent. So measure angle 1 is equal to measure angle 2, okay? Because we have parallel lines and alternate angles of parallel lines are congruent. That explains this. Well, that would mean in this case, given your answer to A, what can we say about arc AC and arc BD? Well, we know the measure angle 1 equals measure angle 2, and we also know the measure of angle 1 is equal to 1/2 the measure of arc AC. Okay, and the measure of angle 2 equals 1/2 the measure of arc BD. Because again, here we go, arc AC is the inscribed angle for the inscribed arc. So it's the inscribed arc for angle ABC, inscribed angle ABC. And then we know that arc BD is the intersected arc by angle 2, angle BCD, then they're both the same. So that's the case. We would then come up with the following understanding, that if measure angle 1 equals measure angle 2, then we can say that 1/2 the measure of arc AC is equal to 1/2 the measure arc BD because substitution. And if you multiply both sides by 2, I always keep doing that though. We're going to get the measure of arc AC is equal to the measure of arc BD. So they have the same measure, and therefore, if they have the same measure, we can say arc AC is congruent to arc BD. Okay? Now, this leads us to the next part here, which says give the following, fill in the following. Parallel, well, we had parallel chords will intercept congruent arcs. Okay? What we really want to say in this whole thing is the following. All right? In a circle, if two chords are parallel, then the arcs caught between them must be congruent. Okay? And so this is another idea that we will use later on, but we proved this from before, okay? So let's make this full page so you can take a look and see. Entire page here, all right? So the idea is that we found that the measure angle 1, measure 2 were congruent. They're both inscribed angles. We found measure angle 1 equals 1/2 the measure arc AC, measure angle 2 equals 1/2 arc BD, and they're both angles have the same measure. Therefore, the half measure of the arcs are equal, which means the arcs are equal to each other, which means the arcs are congruent, and therefore parallel chords will intercept congruent arcs. Or in a circle, if two chords are parallel, then the arcs caught between them must be congruent. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Please make sure to leave your questions or comments in the section below, and we appreciate if you like the video, please give a like and subscribe to our channel to make sure that you update on any new content. And also, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask. Thanks for watching. Take care.